poppin' Real 16 TV? It's Cuz OP here back with another reaction. This time I'm reacting to why Boosie is the reason why DJ Vlad and Marlon Wayans is beefing. This is a Poetic Flacco video. If you want to see the full video, you need to go to this channel. If not, enjoy my commentary. Screen recording starting in 3, 2, 1. Video playing now.
The most unexpected beef of 2024 has been Vlad TV and Marlon Wayans. So the beef started when DJ Vlad hit up Marlon Wayans to do an interview. And Marlon Wayans said, "Sure, Vlad, I'll do an interview for $40,000. When DJ Vlad got this offer, Vlad was pissed. Vlad felt like Marlon was trying to play him out to be a sucker. Like he was some type of Bobo the Fool or something, bruh. So Vlad confronted Marlon and said, "Hey, bro, if you ain't want to..."
My brother is Boo Boo the Fool. I respect the Bobo the Fool, though. It's Boo Boo the Fool.
Right? But you might as well just tell me you don't F with me. If you're giving me a FU offer like this for $40,000 for an interview, beat it.
We reached out to Marlon Wayans about doing an interview.
40,000.
And he had to speak to his person who...
I ain't gonna lie. 40,000 is heavy, G. Like, the nigga be like, "Hey, bro, the only way we fucking with you is with 40 bands. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's pretty heavy. That ain't something like that's pretty heavy."
Basic stuff. Do you know how much they asked for a Marlon Wayans interview?
I can't wait to hear it.
$40,000 plus 30% of all future revenue. Told him his last stand-up was great and everything else like that. And I basically hit him. I was like...
I ain't gonna lie. My shit being blurry because I got the camera automatic focus. I ain't gonna lie to you, but 40,000 plus 30% of future revenue, boy, he gonna get stacked off one interview. I think either Marlon Wayans just ain't fucking with Vlad, or B, he just really thinking down the line like what he can do. And my bad, I should turn the light on because this blur is fucking with me.
You just don't me. Rather than give me
I'm on my way to work, so I wasn't really thinking about it.
Because Vlad's 100% right. The offer was a slap in the face itself.
Yeah.
Let's take out the 40,000 because the 40,000 is just outrageous. Do you?
Because 40,000 is like, all right, that's just a big ass lump sum, which is something that probably is manageable for Vlad. If he really wanted the interview that bad, he'd probably manage like scrummage out 40,000. But you gotta think of Vlad's budget. I think he pays Boosie 10 bands. I don't know what his actual budget is, but he pays Boosie like 10 bands an interview. I think the most he pays somebody is like 15 bands an interview tops. Tops. I might be wrong, but tops. He not going much farther than that shit. And you gonna ask him for 40 bands? That's 4 interviews. Or that's 3 interviews. 3, you know what I'm saying? That's somewhere, or 2 really big ones. You know what I'm saying? If they cost 20,000, I hope not, because it seems like that's not the going rate for that type of shit. But on top of that, you gonna ask for 30% later down the line. Nigga, you eating for real off this one video.
Think that Marlon Wayans is telling the Breakfast Club, "Hey, give me 30% of the future revenue this interview earns"? Absolutely not. No. So why do it to Vlad TV? It's a slap in the face, especially too if Vlad and Marlon Wayans was something.
It's cold, but if it's a black thing, I'm gonna give a pass. Now, you might be sitting there saying, like, why would you give a pass just because it's a black thing? If somebody stops and goes, "Hey, I'm only really giving I'm only gonna give like a good price to black interviewers. I'm only gonna give black interviewers the chance," I'm not gonna really blame you for that, because like shit, that's your prerogative. Like, I've only got tattooed by black people. That's my prerogative. No disrespect to the white tattooers. I just don't know if you understand my skin quite like somebody that look like me would. So that being said, if Marlon Wayans is like, "I only do free interviews with black people," that's Marlon Wayans' prerogative. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta look out for us. And if he chooses to be that person,
close, right?
respect.
They were texting back and forth over the year. So they got somewhat of a relationship. So to do this to somebody who you somewhat respect or cordial with is just insane. And it shows you don't respect them. I'm going to give Vlad some advice, man. Now, that right there is sacrilegious, right? Me giving Vlad advice in terms of media, it's like, come on, bro, like it's Vlad TV. But I'm going to give my humble advice, right? Vlad's a good dude. And Vlad constructively has essentially been, yo, if I'm going to eat and profit off this content...
It doesn't have to be Vlad's prerogative to listen, just like it doesn't have to be Poetic Flacco's prerogative to listen when I do say stuff. I didn't heard him quote, "Hey, if you live out in the Midwest in a farm," joking about it, man. So, you know what I'm saying? People will listen if you really try to talk to them. You might not get the response that you always want. But I promise, as somebody that don't... You probably looking at my subscribers right now. I done got real text messages or real DMs from real YouTubers. People that really do their thing. So, I mean, if you really try to talk to these motherfuckers, they'll listen, I promise. You might not be ready to get a response from them.
I want you to eat and prosper.
They'll listen to you at the very least.
So hence, Vlad been breaking bread with dudes who he don't gotta break bread with. Let's be real here, bruh. Some of the recurring guests, Vlad TV is doing them a favor by even having them on the platform.
Like, I love BG Knockout, but there was a time and place for BG Knockout. More around the Tupac time period, you know what I'm saying? There was a time, we're talking about Easy and all that stuff, that there was a time for BG Knockout. There was a time for Ari Spears. Now that he got a podcast, it's like his shit elevated. There was a time when they would just be interviewing back to back. My white roommate, this is ironic, my white roommate loved, bro, what's his name? TK Kirkland. Him too, you know what I'm saying? They pretty regular.
But because Vlad has been open to
I don't think TK Kirkland is like somebody that needs to be taken off though. I think he could keep going.
People who don't really need to get paid, right? Like the
Tony Yayo
is enough. Like the platform is bringing more value to them than they are bringing to the platform. But because Vlad, you know, sort of just want to look out for everybody, Vlad is just giving them money. And in turn, other black folks, because this is how Vlad,
hey,
Vlad,
I'll be like this.
This is how black folks.
Vlad gave me one copyright strike. No bullshit. I made a video complaining about the copyright strike. I ain't never got a copyright strike from Vlad ever again. If he do it to me right now, respect. Because I ain't been doing videos in a minute. But like, I swear to God, Vlad ain't really ever copyrighted me ever since I complained about it. So, regardless if I make any money, I'm pretty appreciative of Vlad as far as YouTuber goes, because you could give me a hassle. I could look at my shit every week and see copyright, and I don't. Motherfuckers be fucking with me to a degree. They giving me the room to grow, I just ain't growing.
A lot of funds, a lot of money.
Well, I was, but I slowed down right now.
Black folks, they see that white man as a lick. They see him as a lick. They see him as somebody to take advantage of. So when Marlon Wayans is looking at you giving out other people some money,
I don't necessarily agree with that. I really do look at it as like, now I get what he's about to say. Marlon Wayans sees you giving out some money, so he gonna feel like his value to the money is way higher than the average person. Cause he Marlon Wayans, you know what I'm saying? He been out here. I'm watching Martin right now. He been doing shit since the 90s, like the early 90s. He was on Living Color with his brother, I believe. Like, bro been doing shit for so long. He probably feel like he deserved about 40 bands just to talk. But at the same time, no disrespect to bro being white, if he feels though, look, we don't have too many people in position with money like that to dictate, like, hey, I'm only fucking with black people, or I'm not only, you know what I'm saying, I'm only doing black media. We don't have too many people that can do that. We do got a lot, but we don't got too many people that can do that. So I appreciate Marlon Wayans being like, you know what, let me just, like, if I fuck with you, I'm gonna have to make you pay. If I with the black people, they gonna pay too. It's just, it's not gonna be a big thing about it. It's gonna be like, it probably ain't gonna be 40 bands. I'm gonna be 100. I doubt it. It's gonna be something more manageable because he's just trying to help black people. I think that's what's going on, but I could be wrong. It could be a money thing in general.
And you know, he ain't really bashed Marlon Wayans.
I like Poetic Flacco's shirt too. I keep staring at that motherfucker.
But then Marlon Wayans took to Twitter to respond back to Vlad TV. This was in response to a random fan who tagged Marlon Wayans and said, "Marlon, you a good dude, right? You a good one, because Vlad would have had to pay me $500,000 for an interview.
Who are you?
55%.
Hey, why? Who is really OD? You a good one. Because DJ Vlad would have had to pay me $500,000 with a 50. Why though? Marlon, you giving a deal, but what is up with these 500,000 in a 55% payment? Who are you, Crip Mac? What is with the 55? Like, what are we doing here? I don't even understand. I'm so pro YouTuber, I'm gonna be 100. Say what you want to. You be like, alright, I thought you was supposed to be pro black. I am pro black. But I'm a YouTuber, my G. And I look up to the niggas I looked up to my whole life when it came to at least YouTube. I am pro YouTuber, on God. And I'm not 500,000 and 55%. Nigga, I'd be mad. I'd damn near spit on you. You say some shit like that to me. I'm gonna be 100. But then again, I'm not DJ Vlad. They might hit me with the, that's what I'm saying. If it's a black thing, Fuck
All
with your boy.
revenue made from the video on all platforms.
Marlon Wayans is at least arguable. The other one is like, bro, you're out here, nigga.
He doesn't make $50,000 at his day job, but he wants us to believe that if Vlad TV offers him $10,000 for an hour of his time, he will turn it down and he would demand $500,000 and 55% split.
I doubt it.
Right? Yo, y'all just talking to talk.
I doubt
feel like
it.
Somebody's worth is what somebody else is willing to pay you. Now, in the likes of Marlon Wayans, listen, Marlon Wayans to me is a different story, right? Because Marlon Wayans has movies where I'm sure he done made millions off, right? So if we're just talking about in exchange for time, then Marlon Wayans has probably been paid more than $40,000 for an hour or 2 hours. So if we're just talking about like the exchange of time, because he is a movie star, right? Then the $40,000 to me is still outrageous, but he probably has a right to say, yo.
It's outrageous for an interview, but he's basing it on how much he values his time at. So you can't really get mad at him for that. You know what I'm saying? He's Marlon Wayans, my nigga. He might be the youngest, but to our generation, he the Wayans. Like, no disrespect to the slightly older brother, Sean. But as far as, like, when we think of Wayans brothers for our generation, yeah, we know the rest of them. I was born early enough to where I've seen the rest of them, you know what I'm saying? I know Keenan and Ivory. I know Damian Wayans, who's funny as fuck too. I know damn near all the Wayans, all the way down to the girl that was on Wild 'N Out. But to be fair, when we think of Wayans, we thinking of Marlon. You know what I'm saying? We thinking of Marlon. That star-studded family, we still think of Marlon.
But for this random fan to try to like say, hey Marlon, from 40,000
from Senseless all the way to the shit he doing now. I didn't even like Sex Triplets. He still did that.
Bro, Vlad was really upset at this, right? When Marlon responded back and said, see, I tried to tell him I was giving him a deal. Oh, well. Nah, man, Vlad was tight.
I'd be tight too.
Because Vlad would respond back with, Marlon found someone with 200 followers to agree with him. LOL, nobody on earth is going to pay Marlon $40K for an interview when he gets 100K to 300K views on any platform he interviews on. This guy is really delusional.
I ain't gonna lie. That was very much a fair comment. As far as YouTube goes, you're not a great seller. You're just all right. So I'm with you. I'm with you as far as that go. But as far as movies go, you the man. I think the rules for YouTube should be a lot different than the rules for movies anyway. Honestly.
If we look deeper than a surface
my bad.
level for the
My nigga Cole got a girlfriend in the background. I was watching the Wayans. My nigga Cole got the girlfriend in the background. She had no teeth.
Just don't want to come on Vlad TV.
Froze me. I'm over here looking.
It also has to do with the stigma. Rather is fairly attributed or unfairly attributed, right? Because the stigma surrounding Vlad TV is Vlad is going to ask incriminating question and instigate. Yeah. Now, I do feel like...
But what is that going to do to Marlon Wayans?
Especially as of lately, that stigma has been somewhat unfair because Vlad TV has done an array of other interviews, and you don't really see Vlad TV doing too...
Yeah, and he's put other people in place. That way he doesn't have to be the person dealing with that comment no more. I feel as though. I feel like he certainly put people in place, so that's not something that he you can't really just call the police. He got interviewers doing the exact same thing. It's just our style of interviewing. You know what I'm saying? Now, do the interviews make somebody incriminate themselves? Yeah, because they be so hyped to be on a platform. Like, they be so hyped. And with No Jumper, you know you get to fuck around because you watch it. But with DJ Vlad, you like, you know you documenting your life, so you really answering questions.
Much of like the real...
It's kind of like... It's kind of like that psychological test they did where they was like, well, as long as they in the doctor's coat, you gonna listen to them. It's kind of like that. As long as they like a big YouTuber, you gonna be like, well, I'm gonna do what Buddy says, because how am I gonna get on if I don't?
He has picked up on the Chicago stuff as of lately, but I feel like recently or as of lately, Vlad TV has been more focused on telling stories or breaking stories or solving things, right? Or solving age-old mysteries. Right? It don't seem as if Vlad TV is still in the, yo, let me interview AR app so he could tell me how many people he shot phase, right? Vlad TV has someone...
And if you think about it, it's still documentation. Say I wanted to make a documentary right now, and I wanted to make it on AR app. Vlad got good chunk of everything you need to know. And then you go to get some more interviews, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying compile them, but if you're going to watch it to put your spin on what the fuck's going on, that's the type of shit you gonna need. You gonna need, you know what I'm saying, real interviews. You're gonna need real pictures, maybe some music videos if you can get all that. That's the type of shit you need to make a good documentary.
People is still holding him accountable for things that maybe took place a decade ago.
Now, you don't even need Wikipedia as long as you got DJ Vlad.
And he will say, yo, you mad.
Wikipedia be bogus. DJ Vlad got the exact facts.
You unprofessional, my guy. If you don't like the number, keep it moving. You look bad. You should fall back. Mad at a black man stating his number, and now you go
knew it was a black thing.
Use your platform to try to draft.
I knew it was a black thing. I told y'all, nigga, it was a black thing because it didn't make sense. Like, I seen him do dozens of interviews. There's no way niggas are just yelling out 40 bands every time. No, you're just not black. And I know I'm shoulder shrugging, but it's just like, you're just not black. You can't blame that nigga for that.
Like me, I never in my life dealt with this silly
look, this is true. Where I live at right now, they was like, my roommate moving out, so like they asked the landlord if it was cool if I went ahead and signed over if I felt like staying, right? So he like, yeah, that's cool. So when y'all come to pay, you could just sign some paperwork or whatever, blah blah blah, and we'll be all right. He goes, is it the Negro boy? You know what I'm saying? Now, he not cutting me off as a customer. I've been paying rent, man, so he don't get no fucks. But you got think about that logically. Not everybody looks at everybody the same. Some people are just the Negro boy, and some people like that's the white interviewer. It just depends. You know what I'm saying?
Now I'm gonna say this: Vlad TV has gone public on a couple of interview negotiations. I remember more specifically when Saweetie and told Vlad TV no. No. It was Saweetie's manager told Vlad TV no via Shirley, and Vlad TV was tight because it kind of felt like the publicist or the manager was sort of like, rather trying to like blackball him from doing an interview with Saweetie, even though Saweetie was interested in doing an interview. And then we seen recently with Boss Bandilo when a scammer scammed Vlad for like $1,500 for a deposit. So we have seen Vlad go public a lot.
Just $1,500? Damn, I thought they was gonna say a lot. That's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. You're gonna have to watch the full thing on Poetic Flacco's channel. I might do a part 2 to this video just because, fuck it. But I gotta get to work. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Continue to fuck with me. I do appreciate y'all watching. Thank you. Bye.